Curious fact: Jean-Baptiste Lamarck was a French naturalist who played a key role in the early history of evolutionary biology. Though he became the target of ridicule from his peers during his lifetime, today he is recognized as one of the pioneers who laid the foundation for the modern understanding of evolution. But what did Lamarck do to be so controversial? Lamarck is famous for his theory of the inheritance of acquired characteristics. In his book Philosophie zoologique, published in 1809, he proposed something revolutionary. Organisms change over time in response to the conditions of their environment. According to him, the parts of the body that we use frequently become stronger and develop. Meanwhile, the parts we don't use gradually weaken and disappear. But that's not all. Lamarck also suggested that these changes could be inherited. The most famous example is that of giraffes. According to Lamarck, the ancestors of giraffes had shorter necks, but by constantly stretching to reach the higher leaves of trees, their necks grew longer. This improved trait was then passed on to their descendants. This idea caused a stir in his time, but unfortunately for Lamarck, his scientific colleagues immediately rejected it. Criticism and skepticism rained down on him because he lacked solid evidence to support his theory. Additionally, the scientific community of the time clung to the belief in fixism, which stated that species were immutable since their creation. And if that weren't enough, decades later, when Charles Darwin proposed natural selection, Lamarck's ideas were ridiculed even more. A clear example of this ridicule can be seen in cartoons depicting giraffes stretching their necks in exaggerated ways, mocking his theories as fanciful or unscientific. However, here comes the interesting part. Even though his ideas had flaws, Lamarck left a lasting impact on evolutionary thinking. He was one of the first to boldly say, "Species change over time," challenging static ideas about nature. His focus on the interaction between organisms and their environment inspired Darwin, even though Darwin adopted a different approach. And get this, some aspects of his ideas have returned to the spotlight thanks to epigenetics. Today, we know that certain changes in gene expression can be influenced by the environment and passed down to future generations, though not in exactly the way Lamarck envisioned. Today, Lamarck is recognized as a controversial yet visionary pioneer. His insistence that species evolve paved the way for modern evolutionary theories. So, the next time you think about evolution, remember Lamarck. He may not have gotten everything right, but his boldness in challenging established thought changed the course of science. Thank you for watching our videos. Follow us and share to see more content from the Corner of Curiosity.